Hello, in this video we're going to talk about how to do a free criminal background check in North Carolina. To get started, visit northcarolinapublicrecords.org and I'll have a link in the description. You can click on that or just type this into your browser. On the home page you'll find quite a few public record databases in North Carolina, but in this video we're going to focus on criminal records and and particularly how to do it for free. So go ahead and hover over other records and select inmate search. And the way a criminal record is created typically is you have the police department or the local sheriff's department arrest somebody and they charge them with a crime. So they get booked, they get taken to jail, and so a booking report an arrest report is created. So a lot of counties, a lot of sheriff's departments, they will actually let you research this information. They will provide online databases where this information can be found. Now, some of them are not necessarily going to keep records in there for too long. So in certain situations, you might have to do a special request. But nonetheless, they do have these databases available at the sheriff's department, and these databases can be researched for free. Now, the next thing that happens after an arrest is they either get bailed out, released, or maybe they'll sit in the jail and wait until they see a judge. But eventually, everybody has to go see a judge and to determine if they're guilty or not guilty in the crime that they were that the police officers or sheriff's department charged them with. So if you hover over other records, you can go to the court records page and you'll notice the different courts available within the state. Superior District, Magistrate are typically going to be the courts you're working with now. State of North Carolina doesn't have an online database to research these records, but what they do have is they have on-site public terminals present at the county courts. So what you can do is you can go to a local courthouse and ask to use their public terminals to research court records, and those can be researched for free. So after you have gathered the court information, or after the individual has been through the court, they will be either announced guilty or not guilty. And in the case of not guilty, they will just be let go. And then if they are guilty, they're either going to pay a fine or maybe they're going to do some time. And so in this situation, let's say if they're serving more than 12 months, what you're able to do, if they're serving more than 12 months, they're going to go to a prison. Under 12 months, it'll be a local jail, typically. So if it is over 12 months, you're able to, they're going to be in one of the facilities that's managed by the North Carolina Department of Public Safety. And they have a database that you can also use, anything from active to inactive inmates. And I can just try something generic. Okay. And I can select a name. As you can see, you have your personal information here. You have your most recent record, and so you the punishment, the dates, conviction date, things like that. So sometimes people will have more than one record, and then sometimes they might have multiple records. Like in this situation, you have quite a few here. Looks like anything from 1991, 96, 97, 99, and so forth. So yeah, so the last one looks like 99 here. So it gives you pretty extensive records here, and you're able to research this database absolutely free. So you have quite a few options. It's very unfortunate that North Carolina doesn't really allow you to research court records online like pretty much everybody else does throughout the country. But you do have the option of going and doing this research by using the public terminals that they have at the courthouse. So one more thing to consider is the name search on top. And what this does, it pulls records, public records, court records, property records, criminal records, financial records, and private databases such as cell phone information, previous addresses, things like that. Now, this is a paid database, but I am going to mention it because it could be a great tool. And it doesn't just look within the state of North Carolina, it goes outside the state. So it gives you more of like a nationwide look into someone's criminal past. Example, if let's say you have a person living in North Carolina, and people do move around nowadays, and they have a criminal past in, say, Minnesota or North Dakota, for example. If you're just checking local records in North Carolina at the county or the state level, you're not necessarily going to see what happened in Minnesota or North Dakota. So it's a great tool. It kind of gives you a little bit of a wider spread of information going outside of North Carolina into other states, different databases as well. So a great tool to have in your arsenal if you decide to use it. So once again, it's northcarolinapublicrecords.org. Come on down and get started on your free criminal background check in North Carolina. Thank you.